0-0 only. They've got the lead. Another team coming from 16 down, and then
possibly have a nice run in the A10 tournament as well. Get a few more games. Pick, roll, dunk! Keep it and drop it off to Fleming. Kicks it out to Simpson. Fleming, he'll take the three. Got it!
What the new coach and the new system wants you to do. And Coach Lang says, I just want you to be you. I want you to be the player that you were in high school. Go out and ball.
the bank shot display, and Reynolds chucks it ahead to Brown.
After Rivera got his own miss, Fleming leaking out for some fire.
See Ajabo with the 6, and Finkley as well has 9. And now it's inside for Fleming.
The safety valve to make sure that turnover didn't happen.
Finkley finds the cut of Fleming. Ball is taken away. Another turnover. That's 5 now in the game. Fleming throws it down.
Corbett tried to time the rebound, but it's batted out to Brown for St. Joe's. Give it to Fleming. Who...
In the corner, the three. Shot clock at 4. Brown to Fleming in the corner for 3. Got it.
The St. Joe's defense is at a high level with Ajabo in, but Ajabo has to offensively do it.
They're playing pretty good. Having a decent year for them.
It's having a good first half. Fleming for 3. It's down, and it's picked up by Reynolds. Reynolds swings it to Fleming. Fleming goes right in, lays it in. Cut off by Johnson. Reynolds for 3. No good. Oh, the
Little mini 5-0 run. Now in the drive, and Simpson beats Fleming. And that's it. Now for LaSalle. Fleming launches
Championships. Great roster stability, good young players in the program. So that was not drop coverage, but downing.
Fleming.
Half. Rhode Island's open up 50%. St. Joe's just 30 here in its own building. Fleming trying to change.
Timely buckets.
Fleming with a flash and bucket of the evening. Brown some vision. Fleming got to the basket, dropped in front of the rim. Rasheer Fleming up to 1,012.
Wow!
And 2 more! Finkley right to the basket, shot clock winding down. Fleming adjusted in the second half.
Yeah, in a way, the last 3 games have all had
VCU and St. Joe's. St. Joe's can score points with nobody's business. Fleming is playing the best ball of his career right now.
Working his way to the hole. It's the lineup, and Fleming as well. Fleming popping up the 3. There it is. To Fleming. There's 6 to shoot. Back to Fleming. Got it.
Doesn't need help, doesn't need double teams. Now you could stay with shooters.
Finkley feeds the cutter.
The point guard trying to use length against St. Joe's point guard.
Fleming on the 10.
Yeah, that's the retention has been an issue. That's why they got Woj.
Inside.
Offensive lineup, and if you can't stop them with Ajabo, you might as well go with offense.
Here's Fleming. Fleming for 3. It's good. Yeah, 58 on the season. Missing on the shot was time. Quickly the Hawks the other way once again. 2.5, 3 games, Tim.
Yeah, I think I said this last year too, but the parity in the middle of this league is that he's starting to get into that zone. And that's bad news for the Spiders.
Fleming! And a lot of talent on that team for sure. Lost a bunch of close games this year as well.
In double figures now in 24 straight games.
What a feed, Fleming!
I haven't seen that. Defense has been pretty darn good for the Spiders.
This is as close as Richmond has been since it was 26-16. And now Fleming takes
ability somewhere, but
right.
I think that his career is permanent. He's a really good. He has 7 by himself.
Yeah. 13 for the game for St. Joe's. Trying to make it 14.
Simpson off for Fleming. And he is too strong from Xavier Brown, but there's an offensive board for the Hawks. Off the
nobody in the paint. There's nobody up. Now we got somebody coming through to make me look bad.
That's a
en route to a 13-point victory over St. Louis. As Fleming
and not attack is not going to work against LaSalle.
McKeithen now 5 of the 9. And
that might work.
Fleming with a rare rebound.
Has only played 9 minutes, does have 4, steps in here.
Is they play at a pace that they can execute.
0 for 4, 3 is in for St. Louis. Brown for the cutter, Fleming.
Give up on the inside game.
Simpson kicks in the corner. It's Fleming.
Rubin back in with 4 fouls, contested by Edwards.
3 of 9, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, kind of a do-it-all, point forward.
Ball team ended up winning by 2.
Flip
Brown. After they got both free throws, Fleming. Nice flash, Fleming, and the find Brown.
Really good, but again, his numbers coming into today at 25%. He's now 1 for 3 on the day.
Fleming.
Still a mismatch there. I think Latong with Fleming on the perimeter. You got Bennett with Ajabo. You have 2 huge mismatches.
Yeah, could have got it to the top pass. Ball inside. Offensive rebound. That one. Xavier Brown's 200th career rebound. And up and under his. He's got 4 boards so far in this first half. A little bit of a push as he takes.
Getting ready to work with you, Mike Corey.
That was really good. Now it goes inside.
5 of their 6 losses, he's been in single digits. Here's Fleming from the right wing. I love the matchup, though, right now. Watson on him in the corner. Bounce pass, backdoor. Reynolds with the shot clock at 13. Three-pointer from Fleming.
A screen in the middle of the paint for Watson to get free.
Fleming up top. He can take those and make them.
Xavier Brown doing the ball handling duties, had 8, 6, and 6 in the game here against the Dukes. These two teams split last year. You talked about the Stocks-Ellis as Fleming takes his first touch of the second half, go up strong for the second.
At least right before that play, at the beginning of this half, he was 3-point man at half.
2-point tilt in favor of the Dukes. Pushing in is Fleming. Uses the body on Corbin.
Tournament last year, kind of the first team out of the field, but you see what he can do facilitating and swope finishing.
Fleming rattles home the commanding lead. Fleming has been quiet, and he knocks.
23rd, 2024. Entertaining game, 6 ties, 8 lead changes. Fleming pulls the trigger from. Finkley hop into the lane, 6 to shoot. Fleming feet under him, and good. Goals. Minutemen have kept fighting. Fleming open, and big throw.
Day of non-league action.
Just a busy sports day, period. Fleming stepping
around a lot.
That's exactly right. Fleming, great control.
I can only think of one tap this year that the Hawks did not win.
Little pick and roll here. Reynolds and Fleming drops it in. 3-point play, 11-point game. Fleming, that's just too easy around. Hawks won this matchup by 16 in this building. What was about 12 days earlier a year ago. Fleming. And there's Fleming jumping the passing lane. Out ahead of Rogers. And
getting anything they want on offense, even without Xavier Brown.
Fleming wide open. Give him. Haskins, Ajabor, and Simpson to start the second half. Reynolds, there's Fleming. Excellent. Fleming drops that in.
Another steal by Fleming.
Speaking of long fingers. And there's Fleming steps into a 3 and cashes. And a first team selection in conference a year ago. Nice bounce, say in that case. Here's Fleming. Look at that extension, scores. Communication there with Djokovic.
What a pass!
And Fleming streaking.
With a lot of spin disbursements, but they all look like they're going down.
Fleming steps in. Minded college basketball from Blake Peters. 5th Tiger 3. Hawks down 8. Fleming matching.
Princeton, first time we've seen the 1-3-1. They played a little 2-3 earlier.
Fleming the flash to the corner. And that was a good dig by Eric. And Fleming can do something about it. Tough catch for Fleming and the jump hook.
Finkley in for Fleming, working on Horton. Fleming, patient finish to the right side.
On this Red Raider team,
So D5 just gets wherever he wants to go on the court, very methodical.
Rasheer Fleming shot off the missed three. Pushing tempo for St. Joe's. Sets up Fleming. His second try.
High level.
Brown skips it to the redshirt freshman Haskins.
Good kick out.
Fleming open.
Okay, well, we are trying to find out who we are. I talked to Steve Donahue about it a little bit. It's like, who's the alpha? You're not quite sure yet. There's one.
You had an old team. The continuity minutes was a lot. Now, doesn't matter.
Fleming from the corner. Fleming, good. He wants a screen.
Oh, that was a
steal
terrible
by
pass.
Fleming. This will end in 0 for 6.
By Texas. Fleming wants to take Kaluma. Spinning.
Pass.
Wide open three. It's good.
Fleming going to try and go one-on-one. Sees Simmons and the punch.
Derek Simpson for three, rattles it.
Drop coverage, you're willing to give up some of those mid-range shots. They're less efficient than threes and layups.
Finkley for three. It's good. Finds the cutter, Fleming. Feeds again. Ajabo. Fleming. It's shut off. Reynolds for three. Good.
12 points so far. Now it's Fleming. Simpson will tee it up. And
heighten the tempo of this basketball game.
Brown got it started with a steal. Can Fleming finish it off with a three? He does.
Field goal attempts. They are 3 and 4 on the season. He's aggressive and looks for his shot. This team is better.
Reynolds for three for St. Joe's.
Literally 50 years. And this group of teams, I don't think they can compete with Duke. Now, they may lose tomorrow at Wake Forest. They may lose a game or two. But overall, is that...
Fleming sent it back out. Finkley tries the other.
Decision maker with the ball in his hands.
Fleming. Brown. Brown.
Likes to bring the energy and almost has a better sense of his role after a couple of minutes on the bench.
Down to 2 on the shot clock.
Oh, did that more free? These are things that we've talked about all through the course of the year. It's literally palpably obvious.
Haskins. This is 10 on the shot clock. Here comes Haskins. Kick it back out to Fleming. Spinning on Corbett. Simpson may have gotten away with a step.
Often goes hand in hand with a lot of O boards.
Yeah, middle of the pack in offensive rebounding percentage. Nice find by Fleming to his former high school teammate, now college Simpson. Didn't have the angle apparently.
Nice pass.
Haskins gets it back and the assist. Delaware State is hung around.
Fleming back.
Reynolds.
Not a size advantage.
Simpson from Fleming. There it is. Here Haskins in the game. Reynolds sitting. Fleming got Simpson cut into the goal. Score it. Plus
was shattered in warm-ups.
Wow. Reynolds for three. Got it.
Coach Chris Mack, who's, been around the block, been to the Elite Eight with Xavier.
Haskins. Guy offensively so far. Jones has it swatted away. That three that was hit at the buzzer. Kind of changed the whole complexion, the feel going into the locker room. Nice.
The way he's now tied with
343 in St. Joe's history. You're absolutely.
And he's playing really well. He's the guy that can get you buckets right now because nothing's happening at the rim.
And a block by Fleming. And Council has it. 3-on-2 for Jones. He's blocked by Fleming. A talented group. Do they have enough? Will the Flyers have a chance to get to the semis?
Mike doing a good job solo tonight on the call. Brown deep at trap.
Zona for three, it's no good, but it gets tapped into the hands of Tripp, and he is also blocked. Council backs it out. Drives in, block. Council. Nice drive, but a better.
Guys can run at the same speed. He sprinted kind of like Usain Bolt right out of the starting block.
Why would he just do that here on the block? Avila, the hug, short, got his own rebound. 20 in the shot clock. Again, he's blocked by Fleming. It's it back to Slow. Wilkins hanging on to a three-point lead here.
Watson dumps to Quinn. Rejected. To your point, 2 of 10 since halftime with 5 turnovers.
Edward far here in this game with only 2 points.
Good ball fake.
Santos, rejected by Fleming.
The Hawks out of normal comfort offensively.
Bailey took the...
That is a fantastic possession. Draw them out of rotation, forcing them to help on the ball screen, and just keep swinging it until you find to heat up for this St. Joe's team. Huge 6-point swing.
Durkin bounces off the backboard and rim right to Blooms. Shovels it to Joseph.
He wants them to really get out there and play with intensity in this ball game. There's a block inside.
Craig down the right side of the lane. Trying to back his way in, gets really deep. Shot is blocked.
Tough. I mean, from just the travel to your legs to playing in a gym where you don't feel comfortable. Oh my God!
Jingay probing right around Fleming. Got the...
There are 4 different Hawks in double figures. Burnham getting a nice run that blocked there.
The game.
To me, Matt, the Hawks are playing with great energy at both ends of the court.
Hey, there's
women's team here.
Of course, Uncle Mike is...
because they're not playing with any of the sluggishness that they...
Dozie, the Baltimore native, out for Horton. His 3 is blocked for the Eagles. Here's Oduro. Looking for Dunn with the clock at 1. Shot. Rebound for Sparrow and Coppin State. Here's Brown, leaves it for Horton, and another. Billy Lang's squad has done a nice job taking care of the basketball. That's just the 5th turnover.
Look at that.
And
Kaluma. Shedrick on the entry. Against Fleming. Shedrick is stopped.
Carnegie Johnson, there's Fleming again.
Jason just methodical running their offense. One right here to that young man.
Haynes has it stripped away. Yep, the hands of
Caroline.
Final 1:15 here of our opening 20. Thomas. Brown. Now Thomas with the shot clock cut in half. Fleming got the... Estevez serving it up. Fleming ready for it. They tracked it. Rams now up to 60% in the second.
A position-specific system. They can run a lot of sets. They know exactly where everyone is.
Feet, like you got to catch that thing, step it, and let it fly. That should be a turnover, yep.
Nice play.
Set up their zone, so it's a more traditional offensive approach, and Reynolds the beneficiary on the kick out.
Gutierrez pass deflected. He was trying to get...
Yeah, he's that prototypical can guard multiple positions type of guy. He's already got 9 points and 6 rebounds. Bamasil up top looking for the alley-oop.
Did their job, and then you come down and knock it on.
St. Joseph's largest lead of this game was 107 to play in the first.
Yeah, Dixon's been good. Yep.
Yeah. And that's nothing to sneeze at, whereas Corbett free throws at 43.
Rozier, that pass.
Popularized that. What are we talking? Late 90s there?
Country Grammar was late 90s. We've been around in the 2000s. We're not that old, are we?
Newton wearing number 25 is another Philly kid. That's Newton with the step through.
Steele
turned it over once today. Fleming.
Hammond just 5'11", but very, very strong. Ball on the deck. That's what...
The freshman Nausatis with a bullet in the backcourt. Ball, they tell it.
just owned the game from the start.
And there's Fleming.
Like Dr. J hands. 2 stars from the same era. Another steal by Fleming.
Merzovic. Fleming got a hand in there. Possession game
shooting
again.
Well over 50% this half and 55% from downtown.
Philly have combined for 11 bench points. Peters threw it over.
Weaver all the way out for Mark. Haskins hand in his face. Thrown right to 8:50 mark with that second foul. Kaluma got Fleming in the air, and then Fleming